Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please click that subscribe button down below. And remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. So I don't typically go out and ride at night. I used to. And that's another reason why I don't tend to ride at night, is because I know what I used to do. And it wasn't conducive to safety by no means. You know, in my younger years, I used to party. I still don't mind partying, I just don't ever do it anymore. But you know, I used to be pretty irresponsible, and I was not above tying a few on and getting behind the wheel. It's just kind of no excuse for it, but I used to do it. So I know what other people are doing. You know, I was lucky that you know, knock on wood, that nothing ever happened. I never got in any accidents. You know, I never hurt anybody. And you know, I never got any DUIs or DWIs or anything like that. So it's not because I certainly wasn't guilty of it back in the day, but you know, I never got caught. So with that being said, you know, I'm a little apprehensive to ride at night after I know people have been out, you know, drinking. But with all that being said, you know, you can't live life you know, scared all the time. So I did want to go out and enjoy a nice afternoon ride. You know, I know a lot of people watching this channel, they don't live in Arizona. They all across the country or all over the world. And for the most part, people, if they're living in areas where you have winter, which, you know, here in Arizona, I would hardly call it winter. But you know, I know a lot of guys are packing their bikes up for the winter and just not riding. So here I am in Arizona, and it's 75 degrees in November. I am lucky to be able to ride right now, so I'm going to go out and I am going to show you guys Old Town Scottsdale. My vision of Arizona before I came out here was basically just barren desert land. So I was pretty amazed. I mean, it's really an understatement. I was blown away by just everything about this area in particular. Old Town Scottsdale is really an awesome place. There's really great nightlife, you know, great scenery. And if you're in your young 20s, this would be you know, an incredible place to live. This is kind of where the Old Town area starts. This is Fashion Square. It's just a big mall here. Apple actually just built a new flagship store, which is an absolute monster. The place is huge. We'll shoot down Camelback here. This is an area where there's some restaurants down here. This Culinary Dropout is a really good place to eat. Just a really nice place to come down on, you know, a Friday or Saturday night. Another cool thing around here is you have golf cart taxis that buzz people around all over the place. Pretty cool. Actually, we'll shoot back through in here. This area is interesting to me. You have like these little shops and stuff, and they sell, like, I mean, really cool stuff. It's a great place to walk around. But you have, geez, like, okay, there's a place that sells high-end mixers, like for the kitchen. How in the hell do they sell enough mixers to pay rent in such a high-end area? Like, I would have to imagine it's really stressful to have to pay rent for a place in here. But I mean, some of this stuff is like real high-end, and then you have like, there was one store over here that was like a high-end, I don't know, almost like an As Seen on TV store. And I can only think, like, how is that sustainable? Watch out, don't go too fast. Watch out, you might tip over. Slow down. But just a really nice place to come down here. This is a great place to come to just wander around, you know, a dinner date and do a little bit of shopping and stuff like that. I mean, just a really cool ambiance down here. These golf cart taxis are dangerous as all get out. Once it gets to be like 2 in the morning and people are riding around here drunker than hell, and you're in a golf cart. I mean, maybe it's no different than being on a motorcycle, but I guess the difference with that is that not only are you on that golf cart, but you're also in the midst of a ton of drunk people. One of my favorite restaurants, which is up here, which actually I can't cut through because it's super busy right now, but Diego Pops is incredible Mexican food. They do like fish tacos and Just every single thing on their menu is absolutely delicious. So if you're ever down here in Scottsdale, I would highly recommend Diego Pops. Highly recommend it. That's the one place I pretty much take everybody who comes into town all the time without fail, and they always love it. So another thing is, obviously it's only 75 degrees out, so it's a real nice night tonight. But even on the nights when it's 100 and, I don't know, even in like August, it'll stay over 100 at night, or kind of hover around there, at least for dinner time. It could be 110. They have all these misters on these patios that just spray like a really nice mist over the whole area. It doesn't get wet, mainly because it's hot enough that it all dries up as it's kind of falling, but it's certainly enough to keep you cool. So even in the heat of the summer, it'll be like miserable outside of that patio, like 5 feet outside of it, but while you're sitting on it, it's really not all that bad. I'm not gonna lie and say 120 during the day is nice, but it's only a couple weeks that it's like that, and it's bearable. So there's Diego Pops right there. That's it's a great little place to go. Cold beer and cheeseburgers. This is another great place. There's a bunch of them actually around. Kind of a chain restaurant, but again, you really can't go wrong with the food there either. Really just kind of a great spot to go. So if you are looking for somewhere to come for a vacation in the winter time, if you're from the Northeast, or for that matter anywhere really up north, and you are looking for a great place to come and vacation, Scottsdale is a place that, in my opinion, it's just the kind of place you almost go if you're the kind of person that goes on vacation with no itinerary. If you want a place, like, if your ideal place to go on vacation is a cruise ship where they tell you every 4 seconds where you're supposed to be having fun, then I don't think this is necessarily for you. But if you're the kind of person that likes to go and get like a super chill hotel and just kind of kick back and relax, find a nice place to go eat dinner, enjoy the nice weather, this is what I would recommend. Is Scottsdale in particular. And then if you really have some money to burn, go up north to the JW Marriott. Is up in I believe Cave Creek. Is one of the most relaxing places I think I've ever, other than Hawaii. Turtle Bay was an incredibly relaxing environment. But if you're wanting to come to Arizona and find somewhere that has just the most incredibly chill vibe, that JW Marriott is like a place you could spend, I mean, in my opinion, you could almost spend an entire week there without even leaving the place. It's just that relaxing. So there you have it. That is my tour of Old Town Scottsdale for anybody who's never been down here or interested in the area. Again, I would highly recommend it for especially the younger generation. Really a great, just a great area, and there's a lot of opportunity around here too. That's actually why we moved out here. This bike gets hot on these slower rides. Engine temperature is 336 and the head temperature is 354. It's a warm motor. Yeah, sure, come on over, man. I just lugged the shit out of my motor there. So I do not like missing bedtime with my daughter, and assholes like that cutting in front of me are not going to kill me before I get there. So again, I thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time, please click that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel, and we'll see you next time.